Hello, my name is Sally and I am one of the makeup artists working with Look Fabulous Forever, which is skincare and makeup specifically designed for older faces. Today I want to share with you 5 of my top tips to ensure that you can really perfect your makeup look. So tip number 1 is to look after your skin. It may seem really basic and simple, but your skin is a canvas on which you are going to apply your makeup. So a consistent skincare regime, a really lovely healthy diet and drinking lots of water makes such a difference to the way that your makeup is going to look. It's really important that you cleanse your skin properly using a good cleanser such as ours, to make sure that you remove the grime and the makeup of the day and the pollution of the day every single night, and that will make a big difference to the way that your makeup looks the following day. It's also important to consistently use good moisturizers, good serums, and also every single day, summer and winter, an SPF. And that will make a big difference to the way that your skin looks when you put makeup on. Eye makeup also always looks better when you have hydrated eyes. So at night you can apply some Night Revive eye cream, just very sparingly, don't put too much on, using your ring finger, just sort of around the orbital bone. And that will mean that your eyes are nice and hydrated the next day for when you apply your eye makeup. Very basic, but if you do this consistently, morning and night, not just every now and again, you will find that your makeup goes on so much better. My second top tip is to consider the lighting that you use when you are applying your makeup. If at all possible, try and apply your makeup so that you are sitting in front of a window with good daylight. So the window is ahead of you and you've got light shining in at you, rather than in a dark bathroom that's got artificial light and shadows all over your face. That makes a huge difference to how your makeup will look. The other thing is to consider the appropriate mirror magnification. As we get older, sometimes we need a little bit more magnification to really see what's going on when we're applying our makeup. So it might be that you need a ×5 or a ×10 magnification, and that will make makeup application so much easier. Don't panic halfway through doing your makeup. Makeup never looks right until you've got all the components and you've got the balance of eyes and lips and blusher. So if you are looking and it just doesn't look quite right when you've done your eyes, don't panic. Wait till you've done the whole lot. Be patient when you're applying your makeup, and when you have finished, assess yourself, not really close up, but at arm's length. So have your mirror at arm's length, because that's how people see you, not really, really close up, magnified. My third top tip for makeup application as you get older are primers. Primers are your best friend. So I like to apply my skincare, let my moisturizers sink in for a few minutes, do something like brush my teeth, do my hair, get dressed, then start my makeup application by applying Smooth Like Silk Face Prime. This is just fantastic for smoothing out your face, filling out and blurring fine lines, little wrinkles that we all get, open pores, so that when you put your foundation or your Light Look Beauty Balm on top, it will go onto a completely smooth base and will then stay on all day and all night. So fantastic for older skin. I also apply just a tiny bit of eye primer to clean, dry, oil-free eyelids before I start my eye makeup application. This will just get rid of any little bits of discoloration that I have on my eyelids and fine veins, and so that my eyeshadow goes on to a smooth base and one that's it goes on as a true colour, and it also will stop your eyeshadow from creasing, which is something that can happen very, very easily. And finally, if you are somebody that has little vertical lines on your lips, which happens to a lot of us, the third primer that I would suggest is Never Feather Lip Prime. And put this on not just before your lipstick, but just a few minutes before you put your lipstick on the outer edge of your lips, just to create a bit of a barrier so that your lipstick, when you put that on, doesn't migrate upwards and bleed. My fourth tip for makeup application is brushes. Brushes are absolutely vital. I love my brushes. I'm a makeup artist, so I have hundreds of brushes and I use them. But you can be your own makeup artist by investing in a good set of makeup brushes. Keep your brushes clean, look after them. When you clean them, make sure that you don't splay out the bristles too much, because that will then ruin the shape. And when you dry them, don't dry them upwards, dry them horizontally. Otherwise water can actually spill and kind of create a little bit of looseness around them. And my fifth tip is a very simple one, but it makes a big difference. It's taking your time when you're applying makeup. I know sometimes we are all in a bit of a hurry, but if you can build in a little bit of extra time to apply makeup, particularly for a special occasion, if you're going out in the evening, try and make applying makeup a joyous experience, a creative experience, rather than a scary panic, I've got to do it in 3 minutes experience. And you will find then that you can actually really enjoy the process, particularly never rushing mascara application, because if you rush putting your mascara on, you're going to sneeze, blob, make a mess, and it'll take much longer then to remove the blobs and start again. So take your time, particularly on mascara. And if you are experimenting with something like a new lipstick colour, don't be put off, because straight away, if you're used to seeing yourself in a very light lipstick and you go maybe a little bit brighter, it will take a bit of time. So give yourself, I always say, about 3 days of wearing a new colour every day, so that when you glance at yourself in the mirror, it's not such a shock. Or ask a trusted friend and say, look, what do you honestly think? Because it's very hard sometimes to be objective about yourself. I hope you've enjoyed these tips. Very simple, 5 tips, but it can make a big difference to you and your enjoyment of applying your makeup. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.